The NHL's 75th anniversary party begins tonight. It'll last for 880 regular season games before the playoffs begin in April. This diamond anniversary celebration takes in 22 NHL cities as the league begins play tonight, and by the end of the season, we'll be up to 24. Welcome to Chicago Stadium. All of us with Sports Channel America are thrilled to be a part of this diamond celebration. An agreement reached today, an extension of the existing agreement between Sports Channel America and the National Hockey League, will allow us to bring you 150 games again this season, including the Stanley Cup Championship matchup. There is so much wonderful history involved in hockey, and so much of it originated here at Chicago Stadium. And yes, certainly between the Blackhawks and the Detroit Red Wings. Two teams that meet tonight for the 596th time in regular season play. And the two men who call the Blackhawks action for you over the regular season, Pat Foley and Dale Talon, are in the broadcast booth with a look at tonight's event.
Thank you very much, Jiggs, and we're in the most exciting building in hockey in the world, and the Chicago Stadium should be rocking tonight as the Blackhawks and the Red Wings lock horns for almost the 600th time. This Detroit team has the potential maybe to be one of the most improved teams in the National Hockey League. They're paced by a great star, Steve Yzerman.
Well, they were one of the most improved teams over last season. They ended up with 76 points. Steve Yzerman's always been a star player. One added thing to this particular game. He was cut by Mike Keenan in the Canada Cup situation. I'm sure Steve Yzerman will be motivated to have a great night and a great season against the Chicago Blackhawks to prove Mike Keenan wrong.
One thing the Red Wings will be hoping for, big contributions from two new European defensemen.
Well, that's one place where they lacked last year. Defensively, they didn't have much mobility. They drafted a young Swede, Nicholas Lindstrom, Konstantinov, the Soviet player with a lot of skill. So they'll be better on the blue line, something that they needed to improve on over last season.
I'm not sure if there's ever been a 100-point team in the history of the National Hockey League that has been busier than the Blackhawks were. They won the President's Trophy last year with 106 points, and yet they may field a lineup tonight which would feature 8 players which were not here at the start of last season, and 2 of them will be on the blue line tonight. Steve Smith, acquired just yesterday, will play even though he hasn't skated in a week and a half, and Brian Marchment, also acquired during the offseason.
Well, Marchment and Smith add some muscle to the already big line of the Blackhawks. Their defense has always been solid, especially last year. They gave up the fewest goals, but this year they figure their defense will have to be strong because their offense is suffering, but they made the deal to get Smith and Marchment to add more muscle. Also, 2 unproven goaltenders, Jimmy Waite and Dominic Hasek at Belfort. 43 wins last year, not signed, not in the lineup, so the pressure obviously on those 2.
That's for sure, but of course people forget that last year at this same time the Blackhawks also didn't know who their #1 goalie was, and of course Belfort went on to have the terrific Calder winning, or I should say the Vezina Trophy winning season. Let's go back downstairs to Jiggs.
Thanks, gentlemen. Don't you love those old uniforms and this great rivalry? The National Hockey League's 75th anniversary season already underway in Boston and in Montreal. Scene 3 in this opening chapter coming up from Chicago Stadium live on Sports Channel America in just a moment.
Chicago Stadium, where the Chicago Blackhawks have just been presented with the President's Trophy, emblematic of their top spot in the league overall a year ago, achieving 106 points. And John Ziegler, the president of the league, just made the presentation to Blackhawk captain Dirk Graham. Of course, well received with a great round of applause from the local faithful. And that has been completed, and now there'll be a ceremonial face-off as the league gets ready to kick off its 75th season. And the legendary Hall of Famer Stan Mikita, along with the honorary captain of the Blackhawks for this year, local boy Jim Belushi, the great movie star, are going to be out at center ice to help kick off with the ceremonial puck drop.
Well, that's the best Belushi's ever looked. He must have to get that suit back by midnight. I've never seen him in a suit and tie before.
Look at Mikita. Everything matches on him, too.
No checks. But Belushi, a great fan, a great hockey fan, a great Chicago sports fan, a Cubs fan, and a wonderful sense of humor, to say the least.
Well, every team in the league has selected an honorary captain, and Jim Belushi has been given that distinction by the Chicago Blackhawks. And I really like these old-time sweaters. This is a great idea, I think, that the league has had to promote the opening of their 75th season. Only the original 6 teams are playing tonight, and the Blackhawks and Red Wings donning their original replicas of the original sweaters.
I'm glad I didn't play in that era. With those stripes going that way, I'd look a lot fatter than I really am. But even in Toronto, the Toronto Maple Leafs took the train to go play the game in Montreal, and that was the mode of transportation Blackhawks used to play in Montreal on a Saturday, get on the train right after the game, and take the train right back to Chicago and play Sunday night, and get back just in time to play the game. But these are great-looking uniforms.
Well, the Blackhawks and the Red Wings about ready to lock horns, but first, let's enjoy the always exciting in Chicago Stadium national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the